Hey y'all, welcome back to Signature Dish. I'm your host, Siggi B. Y'all know me. Today, I have a very sweet episode for you guys. We are going to make my peachberry cobbler. All right, y'all, this is truly a crowd favorite. You guys can take this to the cookout because we don't do potlucks around here. We do cookouts. You can make this for your family. This is going to be a hit and the dish will always be empty, which is truly the greatest compliment anybody could give a chef. So let's get cooking, good looking. So I've made this quite a few times on my Instagram and I've shared the recipe before and you guys love this recipe. You guys were making this over and over again and tagging me, and just the overwhelming amount of love was insane. So I thought I'd bring it here to Signature Dish so that you guys can have a more permanent place to see it being made and understand the recipe a little bit better. So first I'm grating some lemon zest. I feel like lemon zest is something that's a little looked over with, you know, the basic cook. This is actually a very great ingredient that adds some added bitterness and brightness and a little more zing to any recipe. You can use lemon zest in pastas. You can use lemon zest for a lot of different shit. I use it in my cobbler. I also use the juice of the lemon. I think that's enough lemon zest. I also use the juice of the lemon. This adds that nice acidity as well to the berries and the peaches, and it just gives another layer of flavor and just kind of balances everything out. So what I'm gonna do is I have my baking dish here. I'm gonna spray this with some baking Pam. We're gonna spray this well so that, you know, it's a little easier to clean up later. So I told you guys this is gonna be a very sweet episode. My anniversary is coming up. It's tomorrow. By the time you guys see this, it probably will have passed, but it is my 9th wedding anniversary tomorrow. And this is one of my husband's favorite little desserts that I make. So I don't make dessert very often. I'm not someone with a sweet tooth, but my husband is. He has the biggest sweet tooth of anybody I know, and he's passed that on to Jet. So this is one of their favorite little quick desserts that I make after dinner. And it'll be nice to have some to celebrate our anniversary. So I've got my baking dish all sprayed. I'm gonna slice this lemon really quick so that we can use our lemon juice as well. We've got our bowl here of our fruit. I've got peaches and mixed berries today. What I love about this recipe is that you can use whatever is in your freezer. I have made peach cobbler from scratch. I've made all kinds of cobblers from scratch, but this recipe is so great because it's super simple and you can use whatever's in your freezer. I've always got peaches on hand. I've always got berries on hand for protein shakes and smoothies, so I just kind of throw in whatever is gonna be a good combo for me. Yeah, so use what you got to get what you want, which is the cobbler. So I used about a half a bag of mixed berries and I used an entire bag of frozen peaches. Obviously the peaches take up more space in the bag, so you don't need, there's not as much as the berries. I'm gonna throw my lemon zest in here. We're gonna mix it up with our berries. It's our lemon here over the berries. Use lemon juice to your liking here. I'm going to throw in a couple shakes of some bourbon vanilla extract. You can use regular vanilla extract. I like to be fancy, and anytime that I can find something regular that has a little bit of pizzazz to it, I'm going for it. Just a little bit. Vanilla extract is very strong. You don't want too much. I think that's about enough. So I'm just gonna mix this up together and then it's ready to go in our sprayed baking dish. I'm gonna throw these in here. All right, we've got our berries all mixed up. So we're gonna make this topping now. It's just a few ingredients. It's some eggs, flour, sugar, and butter. That's it, that's it. So, celebrating my 9th anniversary, my husband and I actually eloped. You could call it eloped. We don't like to call it eloped because we just went like downtown Dallas. We were living in Dallas at the time, so it's not like we like ran off somewhere. But we didn't tell anyone except his younger brother who was living with us at the time and his best friend who was our only witness. So we'd been engaged a couple months, so it's not like people didn't know we were getting married, but we decided one day, we just like woke up and we were just like, you know, what's the point of having some huge, big, elaborate wedding, spending all this money and all that stuff, and it's really for everybody else. So we decided to make it a sweet moment by having it just be for us at the courthouse. My husband also was like, all right, would you rather have a wedding or would you like to pay off your student loans? And basically, I could say I've been Sally Mae free for 9 years. I haven't had to worry about Sally Mae for 9 years, which is a blessing. So I jumped at the chance to get rid of my student debt, and we just went to the courthouse and got married. I think it cost us $60, something like that. But it was a really fun day. I just remember us being so happy and just having that moment that was just for us. Ironically, that was the very first time that I ever cooked for my husband, was after the day we got married, after we got home. We went to grocery shop and I think I made some like ground turkey nachos, something super simple. We have come a long way, y'all. But yeah, we had a great day. It was amazing. I loved it. And you know, our families weren't so happy about it when they found out a week later, but we're all good now, right? 9 years later, we're still here. So we're just gonna make our topping really quick. This is super easy. We've got our flour, our sugar. Gonna beat 2 eggs here. For the exact measurements, you guys can look down below. All the instructions are down there. And then we are going to throw this egg into our flour and sugar. And we're gonna mix it up so that it's kind of crumbly. You don't want your topping to be too mixed up. This is what's gonna give us that cobbler texture. That's kind of, you know, not as smooth as a pie. It's a cobbler. So we're going to break it up into small little crumbles. Let's get this in here. Okay. All right, we're just gonna mix this up. Break it up. You can see how it's kind of breaking up into these little crumbles. It's not super smooth. This is exactly what you want. And we're gonna throw it on top of our fruit just like this. We're gonna throw this on top of our berries. And then we're going to pour lovely melted butter all over everything so that it can bake up nice and brown. Butter makes everything better. When I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with butter, actually. My parents would find me sneaking butter to like lick it like a popsicle. It's actually really disgusting. All right, we're gonna get this all over. You can adjust the amount of topping you want to use. My family is a crust family, as I feel like most people are. I feel like that's why people like pies and cobblers anyways, because of the crust. So if you like a lot of crust, you can definitely adjust this recipe. All right, we are going to pour. We on our Paula Deen shit right now. We are about to pour a shit ton of butter on this. This is probably about 2 sticks of butter melted, but you want it to penetrate all of this nice topping mixture, and we want it to bake up nice and golden. And y'all, we're gonna throw this in our oven. It's at 375. This is the most excruciating part of this recipe, is the waiting. It takes about 45 minutes to 55 minutes for this to bake. You saw how easy putting it all together was, but then you gotta wait. So I told you guys this was gonna be a super sweet episode, so I thought I'd share about our anniversary party that we had. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen all the photos and the videos from a few years ago. So we might have gotten married in a more non-traditional way, but eventually we had our semi-traditional celebration of love, which was really fun because we had about 250 people fly into Chicago, which is where we were living at the time. friends, family from all different points of our lives together, which was really cool because it's not like when you're getting married for the first time and you have your family and your friends over here and his family and his friends over here, and you're trying to make sure that everybody welds together nicely. At this point, you know, we've built these friendships together and this family, and we've had something really beautiful and strong. So it was great. We had a great time. We had a signature smoking mezcal drink with the number 6 ice cubes in it. There was snow people in there. We went with it was like a winter wonderland theme, you know. We had everybody dress up in formal black attire, which was dope because it gave my girls a great reason to dress up. You know, a bitch loves a reason to dress up, and I got my moment to wear my white dresses. But it was awesome. It was a day that I will never forget, and I'm trying to figure out when we can have another one because this just needs to be a reoccurring thing at this point. It was lit. We've got our cobbler out of the oven. It is nice and browned. I like to make sure that my edges are nice and crispy. My family loves corner pieces. I don't know about y'all, but the corner piece is always the best piece, right? So I'm gonna make this a little bit sweeter, make it a la mode, throw some vanilla ice cream on here and a little bit of mint. I've shared some sweet moments with you guys today. You guys go ahead, share some sweet moments with me in the comments. Let's get to know each other a little bit better. Thank you guys for coming back to Signature Dish and watching us one more time. I hope you go and make this for your family and let me know about some sweet moments in your life. See you guys next time.
Life is about evolving, and it's a journey. I think the journey to find a wife is one of the hardest journeys you can possibly do. And these two epitomize what love looks like. And I'm proud to be here to be able to see so much growth between two people.
This is the first person I ever loved more than myself, which is saying a lot because all y'all know I love me some me. Well, anyway, I love you all. I want to thank everybody for coming out, and let's get this shit started. Let's go.
Like Drake say, more life, more success. This our year. Love on 3. 1, 2, 3.